The Millennial Gaze.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your girl May Money and the homie Katie over there. Say what's up, Katie.
I love that theme song. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
if you don't,
Hey,
if,
what's up, Marley?
if y'all don't
Man,
know, it's a Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin.
we do apologize for the late start. I had to cry it out a little bit. I had a weird day. I'm over here taking care of everybody else's children when nobody take care of me. And so, hey, what's up? What's up, Army vet? Yeah, it was a little bit of a weird day. I literally took the clothes off of my body to help a child today, and yeah. Anyway, I don't even want to fucking talk about it because it was weird. And yeah, and so I apologize for being late. Katie, she's running the show today. She was like, "Hey, I got shit to talk," and so we're gonna let Katie do some talking.
Well, you got the first part.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about women's sports. So if you are a women athlete or an athlete of any kind and a woman, we're gonna have a lot of fun during this episode, right, Annabelle? I know. And yes. Anyway. So please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel.
We only need, I think, 10 or 11 to hit 100.
We only need 10 or 11 subscribers to hit that hump to get to the honey. So let's get to the honey. Please help us out. You ain't even gotta watch the show. Just subscribe and get us over the hump so that we can do better work. Okay.
I had to laugh. I think it was on We the People last night. We must have had like 3 or 4 trolls where people just kind of like coming in hot, and we're like, cool, we love it. That means people are watching.
Exactly. And we have more fun. Okay, let's move out. But please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and help us help support us get over that hump because we're really trying to. Hey, first of all, y'all like my jacket because I know got the big pockets right here. Ooh.
I would get lost in those pockets. Like,
oh, it has nice little buttons right here. So cute. Fashionista over here. I love clothing. Like, send me shopping to the thrift store. I am in it. Like, how much it costs? What are we looking at here?
See, I'm like a quick shopper. I'm simple. I used to be. Amy, what are you hiding in there? I used to be the type of person that my style was like skinny jeans and t-shirts, and now I'm at the point of like leggings and tank tops or t-shirts. About it. I'm pretty simple.
Yeah, no, well, actually, I have a pair of boots that have like pockets on the boot. I'll bring them up later. Anyway, so Katie, do we have a millennial minutes?
Yep, we've got one.
Let's go for it.
Oy.
Interesting. This was actually sent to us by one of our very dear friends. And so let's go ahead and run it.
Comes out about Epstein, people online are realizing that they may have been taught their beauty standards by his associates and him. Let me explain. This guy, Les Wexner, is largely responsible for the mall culture that shaped a lot of the early 2000s. He was also closely tied to Epstein. To put it simply, the man who set the standards for beauty and fashion for preteens had a close relationship with the now most infamous trafficker in Paris. This wasn't a casual, we're at the same party kind of relationship. According to the New York Times, Wexner let Epstein borrow money on his behalf, sign his tax returns, hire people, and make acquisitions for L Brands, which was limited to. It was Victoria's Secret and more. Wexner is obviously not the only powerful businessman linked to Epstein, but this relationship has kind of been earth-shattering for millennial women, which is why people are now making the connection. Think about it. The early 2000s were all about body glitter, sweet scents, skimpy shirts, sweats with text written across the butt, and push-up bras in cute girly colors. all of which were targeted at preteens. It's conditional grooming to push girls into early womanhood without the development. Ads then push this narrative that girlhood was sexy. You know the tropes, the sleepover pillow fights, girls dancing in their underwear, obsessing over boys, and the diet culture to stay waifishly, almost childlike, thin. We were trained to think this was all normal. It's so ingrained in how our worldview was shaped in our developmental years, and it promoted unhealthy standards that take years to unlearn. As more comes out about
Couple things. First of all, shout out to Angry Army Vet. She is the one who sent that to us and said, "Hey guys, check this out." So thank you very much. As I'm like watching that, I'm thinking about my like middle school days and thinking to myself, "Oh, excuse me. I think I used to get like dress clothes maybe from Limited Too, but like I was never a like body glitter makeup-y type person in my preteen years, but I remember a lot of girls that were. And the thing that always used to freak me out was when the male teachers would show them more attention because they looked like that.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing about that.
It freaked me out then. It freaks me out now. And I'm just glad even back then I was like, this seems odd. I don't like this.
Yeah, something felt off. You know, what's interesting for me hearing that, like I remember that I was an America Next Top Model. I applied to America's Next Top Model. I really did. Like I was just a fan. I was all about the 17 magazine, everything, all that shit, right? And for that information, I'm like, you know what's so funny? It wasn't black girls that they were targeting. Black girls weren't allowed to even be in the room, damn near. They were targeting y'all. They were fucking kidnapping y'all. White girls.
Yeah.
We weren't beautiful. So we weren't like there was nobody with black girl hair in the fucking magazines. There was like it was like a whole thing to even be represented in the shit. They were fucking y'all up. And that's when I'm starting to realize like how bad it was for little white children, little white girls, because y'all was getting fucked up. They didn't want black girls. They did not want us. They wanted y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all and something about y'all culture let it happen all willy-nilly, and this is why we are here the way that we are.
Angry Army Vet says McNasties.
So
Yikes.
I mean, I hate to say it like that so plainly, and so like it sounds rude, but like,
well, for me, like I always remember like anytime that these girls would like get special attention or just be, oh my god, like any acknowledgement, it was like the best thing in the world, and that would be like all that they would talk about was like, oh, look at me, so and so noticed me, oh my gosh. And I would just be there in like my Converse and band t-shirts being like, y'all don't think that's a little weird? But I was the weird one, not them.
I'm so sorry, dude. Like I'm like starting to realize how fucked up your shit is. Like I am born and raised Oakland, California, one of the most beautiful places literally I think on this planet. Like we, as much as it's hated and as many problems that we have, we always find joy. We always find a way to make it through. And in the shit that I've been seeing from that shit, nah, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like, we would not accept that shit. And I want to tell you guys about my experience today later, but we're gonna just get through our.
Well, and just a quick little thing too in like white small town America, it was like you had to be a certain thing
Yeah.
and like preppy and all the makeup and sporty and all those things. And if you weren't, you were basically dead to them.
Do you remember 17 magazine?
Oh yeah.
So I probably, I don't know, they might be in the backyard. Like I had a freaking stack of literally every second 17 magazine.
Mhm.
And like with Rihanna on it, Lady Gaga, fucking Beyonce, whoever, the any America's Next Top Model, which we will be talking about. I actually I got Kevin. We're gonna do a Saturday episode. Me and Kev are gonna do a Saturday episode talking about the America's Next Top Model.
Angry Army Vet, to answer your question, toddlers and tiaras is no longer a thing.
Yeah, no, that's scary.
But it went on till 2018.
Yes, it sure did. But yes, me and Kev we're gonna have a good time on Saturday. Talk about America's Next Top Model because I wanted to be a model. I still want to be a model. Right, Annabelle? I know these bitches got us fucked up. Anywho. But yeah, like, so I have a lot to say about America's Next Top Model. I'm sure I could have been a model. Why am I not a model? That's all I wanted to do. My entire life.
I don't know. I don't know. It's all
We're gonna talk about that. But anywho, but this goes way back into one thing. And one thing about that documentary was that it's like elite models. Hello, elite models. The one that Donald Trump owned. Oh, here we go. Hey, Katie, I know you didn't watch the show, but I need you to watch that documentary because you will find some things to be very curious. And and if we're gonna talk about it, then like I need you to at least like know what you're talking about. You feel me?
All right, I got
Watch it because elite models.
Okay.
I'm looking sideways. I'm looking fucking sideways, girl. For real. Who ran elite models? Who was an elite model? Ivanka Trump. Okay. Donald Trump was the owner of elite models. 15, 16, 17-year-old elite models. Don't worry, I'll wait. Let me know when you watch that sheet. All right. So Katie is running the show today. I had a busy ass weekend. I couldn't keep up with shit. And thank God I didn't because I'm just trying to save my energy. I'm over here saving little kids. But anywho.
But this is your segment.
This is Katie's show today. Oh, this is my segment.
This is your segment first, the female athletes.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't Why don't we do this? This is Katie's shows today. My segment is going first. We're going to talk about some women's sports because I am a women athlete, by the way. Here, let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. I can grab a fucking trophy right off of my bookshelf. I'm a swimmer. And we gotta talk about women's sports. And Riley Gaines, your ass is getting dragged.
So I found this. I think I found it last night, and I laughed so hard about this. So if you can't read what the text says, the women's hockey team had lunch with a culinary legend, and well, Stanley Tucci isn't a culinary legend, but I know he likes to do a lot of culinary stuff, especially because he's Italian. And then, while the dudes, the men's hockey team, were served cold McDoubles at the White House. You get what you give.
Womp womp.
Wait.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to mute. Hey, play that shit. I'm gonna mute. They were eating cold McDonald's. Play the next video.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, I thought that was just, oh my gosh, I thought that was so funny.
Terrible.
All right, now we talking about Flava Flav.
Flav offered to host the U.S. women's hockey team for a real celebration party after they were laughed at by Donald Trump and the men's hockey team. And he was like, I'll take you to shows and to dinners. We'll team up and partner with the hotel and make it a real celebration for y'all. And they accepted his invitation. And this gives me hope because it's like a lot of people think that we as women, especially liberal women, hate men. And I don't hate men. I think men have a lot of flaws, but I think that it is very positive to see a man stand up and say, hey, I don't think the way that they treated you is right. I don't think what the president is doing is right. I am going to do something to make it up and throw you guys a real party because you deserve to be celebrated and not laughed at. Part of what made it so disheartening to see the men's hockey team laugh at Trump's joke is how loud the laughter is and how nobody was like, hey, whoa, that's just not funny, bro. That's not that. Because I remember being treated horribly by little white boys when I was a little girl in school. Like I remember, and not just me as a black girl, like I remember them making fun of girls and being mean to girls. And I just don't want to raise sons like that. And I don't want to raise my daughter in a world that's like that. And so when I see examples of this in 2026 that go viral on the internet, I can only imagine how many little boys are like, yeah, they're so cool. It's cool to make fun of women and to laugh at women. And it's just like not. And I really wish somebody in the room was like, hey, bruh, that's not funny. Or came out afterwards and was like, yo, I felt awkward, so I laughed. I didn't really hear what he said. That shit is not cool. I don't condone making fun of the women's team. They're awesome. They're rock stars. They won gold just like us. Like standing up for them at all. And so to see Flava Flav at least be like, I'm going to throw y'all a real party is really positive. And so it all turns into a moment where we can come together at the end and leave those divisive people alone. Flava Flav offered to host.
Well, there's a couple things too. I've seen.
So Katie, I need you to go real on this one because please tell me how you really feel because these motherfuckers were sitting there in a White House eating cold McDonald's, bro.
Well, one of the things too that was just like that I saw that was like, are you fucking kidding me? Was after they had like that call with I don't know if it was before or after the call with Trump. Some of the dads were like FaceTiming their daughters. Like, oh, look at me. It's like, oh, look at how misogynistic I am and shit. Let's talk about the women's hockey team for a second. Hey, Andrea. I talked about this a bit on We the People last night.
Dude, the backfire was quick.
The women's hockey team, female hockey team, has only been around since, I believe, either 96 or 98. And the men's hockey team goes back decades. Since the women's hockey team started at the Olympics, they have won 3 gold medals, and I believe they've medaled every year.
Amazing.
The men haven't won a gold, I think, in 40 years or something like that. But yet they are just swinging their dicks around like they're Tarzan going through the vines. Like,
you cannot come over here talking to me when you just ate some cold McDonald's with a man that shits his pants. Okay, like, well, how was that meal? How was that meal really like? You know what I'm saying? Like what?
And then they're like
throwing. You had to hold your breath the entire time you were swallowing them cold ass fries.
And then
while the women's hockey team over here was Stanley Tucci eating top quality, bro.
And I've also seen that. I think also, well, I don't know if you have it on here. The women's hockey team, I believe it was the captain.
I need some chapstick. Can you go ahead and play that? And then I'm going to chap my lips up.
Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah. My shit is chapped. Mm.
Well, there was a...
Internet being all dry.
Need y'all to listen. Okay, hold on. Is it this one?
Oh my god, I love her. Yeah, play this one.
To me right the fuck no, because it never pays to be a jerk, but it does pay to be a queen. Because we all saw the U.S. men's team and the administration be like, hey, women's hockey, look what happened. Flava Flav comes out and says the U.S. women's hockey team wants a real celebration and invite. I'll host them in Las Vegas, do some nice dinners and shows and good times. I'm sure I can get a hotel and airline to help me out here and celebrate these women for real, for real. That's an ally right there. Oh, excuse me. Alaska Airlines joins the chat. Let's chat. Don't mind if I do, says Resorts World. Resorts World Las Vegas would be honored to host the entire USA hockey team. We'll provide the hotel rooms, meals, any amenity they're interested in, including an amazing spa treatment. Amika coming in saying, we're going to send over some products for the queens. StubHub slides into the DMs with, we've got the tickets to Vegas shows covered. And they've even got a glam squad. Now, Mr. Flav, I would love to know what airlines and hotels support this endeavor and support our women's hockey team. I have a lot of travel coming up this year, and I want to support the brands who support us. Thank you for that, man.
Hey. The men's hockey team has a great time at the White House.
Can I get a glam squad?
Yeah, I saw like a bunch of people coming forward to be like, hey, this is what. Yeah, they were helping out. It's awesome. So
hey,
it is,
and the girls over here like this. Sorry, there's music going in through my head, but hey, the girls like to have fun. Okay. You boys sitting over here hanging out with with Donald Trump over here eating cold McDonald's food, sitting there listening to a 2.5 hour long speech. And over here laughing at us like, bitch, like, okay. Have fun with that. Okay, boo-boo. Womp womp. I'm sorry. Katie, I couldn't help but just like literally crack the fuck up when I saw that shit. What do you guys think in the chat? Like, come on now, dog. Would you like to see an image of something even more ridiculous to keep
trying to see.
Okay, and also watch out for your phone because your phone be listening to you. I did not ask you a question, sir. Thank you. Yeah, anywho.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find the clip of the the female hockey declining the video.
I think it's in the doc.
Is it? Because I've seen one about swimming and then Riley Gaines. I don't see one about.
Oh, maybe I didn't add it. Okay, yeah, find that.
I'll find it. You can vamp.
Let.
Uh-oh. She got herself taken off. Yeah, that's disgusting. That's funny. Aaron King says, I think ladies should get
I'm so sorry. I accidentally clicked off.
She said, Aaron King says, I think the ladies should get cheap copies of the medals they present that are clearly fake copies to Trump just to laugh at his orange ass.
Can I be straight up while you pull that up, Katie? Can I be straight up with y'all, audience? I would be looking to disqualify the men's hockey team from their medals because I think, first of all, their sportsmanship is trash. How are you going to laugh at the other USA, your women? They won gold too, and y'all sitting here laughing at them?
My fail is when Trump called the U.S. men's hockey
disqualifying. And hello, do you see the current state of affairs in our country? Disqualifying. This is not. We don't want the Olympics. Should be like looking at them, be like, why was Kash Patel allowed into that fucking room? Why was he even there? Why was he there? We need to look at that. Did those children
I just thought
feel comfortable with that man in the room with them? Did they feel coerced? I have fucking questions, bro. Why the fuck was that fucking cross-eyed bitch in that room while those children were celebrating their hockey win? I have questions. Does Kash Patel play hockey? I wasn't I didn't know that he played hockey. Why the fuck? Who let him in there? I have a lot of fucking questions. Were those kids, did they want him to be there? Did they feel uncomfortable while he was in there drinking all their fucking coronas? Hello, am I tripping? Katie, please
No,
don't
you're not. You're not. You're not tripping.
gaslight me. I have a lot of fucking questions. Why the fuck was he in there?
Clout.
So y'all just letting like random dudes come into your children's locker room after they won a gold medal? Okay, I guess this is what we doing now. I guess this is what the fuck we doing. Okay. Okay, this is what we doing.
Okay.
Don't fucking come talking to me, asking me for help. If this is the standard where a fucking grown-ass man can go into a locker room full of 20-year-olds after they won a gold medal and spray champagne all over the place, and he's the head of the FBI, and that's the standard, then you know what? Burn this whole shit down. I don't give a fuck. If that's the standard, then I will not be helping y'all no more. I'm just gonna go ahead and live my fucking life. If this is what you want, have at it. Nobody has any questions to be asked about that grown-ass man in that locker room? Okay.
Okay, so this is what I found. I don't know why I can't find the other video. But I found this. So
I must be fucking stupid. I don't know.
We'll see.
I guess I'm the dumbest bitch that ever walked the land.
President Trump's comments about, inviting you guys to the White House. Don't mean
now nobody ain't got nothing to say.
If you had any further comments, anything else you'd like to add about that?
No, I just thought the joke was distasteful and unfortunate. And I think, just the way women are represented, it's a great teaching point to really shine light on how women should be championed for their amazing feats. And now I have to sort of sit, and anybody has to sit in front of you and explain someone else's behavior. It's not my responsibility.
Wow.
What is shifting the focus and shifting the narrative of this amazing accomplishment that we all did together. And granted, the men's and the women's team did it together, and that is super special. It's never been done in our program's history. It's something we're extremely proud about. But these women are amazing, and whatever's going on should never outshine or minimize their work and our success on the world stage. This was the best American women's hockey team, the best American team we've ever put together on a world stage when the lights have been the brightest ever. And so I think everybody felt that, going through the tournament. And I want to celebrate. I want people to be remembered for that. I want the legacy of this team to be remembered. And so that's what I'm trying to, shift the narrative on and really focus on championing what we've done and what we've accomplished the last.
She brings up such a good point. Like, why do I have to sit here and explain to you dumbasses, like why I have to explain someone else's behavior? She is a rock star.
That is not, hello, accountability. Maybe try it. First of all, hello, we be winning out here. Okay, I have a whole basket full of fucking first place A+ medals. Okay, don't play with me. You want to hop in the pool? Let's go. You want to do the 200 IM, the 100 IM, the 100 breaststroke, 100 freestyle, 100 fly? What you want to do, bro? Pull up. I'll kick your ass. I'll put fucking money on it. And I'll get my homies to come. We'll do a relay, bro. Let's do it.
I don't, and I said this again. I said this last night.
Am I tripping, Katie, before we keep going? Is the chat still going and my shit is frozen, or
no? We haven't had a comment in a minute.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Hey, I need y'all to be commenting because I don't like talking to walls. Please let me know what you guys think about women's sports. Like, are you an athlete? Like, we're not trying to sit here and talk to a wall. Please engage with us. That would be very nice and kind because it feels weird. Okay, how about that?
Oh no,
All right.
I'm not a sports person myself, just because of my own ailments, and I can't really do sports. But like, if you look at the statistics from the Olympics, so the United States won 12 medals, gold medals. 8 out of those 12 medals that were won by women and women's teams. That's not a coincidence. Like, women always go out there and slay. Like, I'm a big soccer fan of football, and the women's team runs circles around the men's team.
Dude,
The women's soccer in the United States in general is so much better than the men's. Like,
do you watch water polo?
no.
Okay. So men water polo players like that I know are terrified of the women water polo players. They sharpen their nails. They be trying to drown bitches. It is like one of the most, like, it's like hockey but in water. But the women are like terrifyingly like violent in the game. Like, if y'all don't know anything about women's water polo, it's scary. Them bitches be trying to kill you. You better be lucky to make it out of the game. Okay. it's that's why I'm an individual swimmer. I'm independent swimmer. I'm a professional competitive swimmer. You know, I used to be kicking ass, but I'm blind, so I can't see none of all that. I can't really be all up in that, you know.
Andrea, we're getting to that. That's the last segment. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Anywho, but
speaking of swimming,
women's sports are a lot more competitive, and they're actually a lot better than men's sports for sure. Men be crying and shit. Go ahead and run this. Oh, I have to explain this a little bit. So there was like 3 years ago, whatever, the last Olympics, two Olympics ago, there's a woman that it's called the soul cap. So, like, you know, if you have long hair or braids, they disqualified her for using a different swim cap, and it was a whole ordeal. Just go ahead and run it.
Olympic Games in Tokyo have been marred with charges of racism. The International Swimming Association has banned caps designed for black athletes. Why? The association reportedly said that the caps do not, quote unquote, follow the natural form of the head and that they're unsuitable. Here's a question. Did you know that swimming is a white-dominated game? Our next report has some eye-opening data.
The International Swimming Association, or FINA, finds itself in deep water. It is being charged with racism and blocking inclusivity. The story begins on the 21st of May. A company called Soul Cap announced swimming caps specially designed for black athletes. The caps promise to support longer, thicker, and voluminous hair. FINA banned them from the Tokyo Olympics. It said the caps were unsuitable. According to reports, another reason given was that the caps do not follow the natural form of the head. Sounds outrageous? We agree. FINA's decision sparked an outrage. The swimming cap company put out a statement on Instagram. How do we achieve participation and representation in the world of competition swimmers if the governing body stops suitable swimwear being available to those who are underrepresented? What this company is talking about is the fact that swimming is a white-dominated sport. It's rare to see a person of color diving in. In the United States, for example, African Americans make only 1.3% of the swimmers. One of the reasons for this is that swimming is expensive. Pool membership charges are steep, at least $70 for a year. Costumes don't come cheap. Practice suits for girls come for a minimum of $20.
Keep that comment up.
It's $10. Then comes the cap for at least $5. These caps, by the way, were originally designed by Speedo 50 for Caucasian hair. They are not ideal for hair that's more voluminous. Getting back to expenses of swimming gear, after you buy a cap, you also need goggles. That's for at least $10. In contrast, football or basketball are much more affordable, also more accessible. Public pools were
That's
first
why
built in the late
poor
19th
people
century. In
play fucking
America, they were
soccer and
built in white
basketball
neighborhoods. Many boasted whites
because
only
white
signs.
people
Miles away in South Africa, too,
don't
swimming
want
pools
black
were
people to know how to
segregated.
swim. They don't.
The sea of segregation remains. Till date, 95% of black adults in the UK don't swim. In the US, 64% of black children have little to no swimming ability. This in comparison to just 40% of white children.
I'm gonna
What
change
about
the
first
fuck out of that.
swimming? According to a survey, 76% of parents say that their children would be interested in swimming if they saw a talented swimmer who looked like them. But that wouldn't happen unless the authorities responsible for the sport endorsed inclusivity and
Softball's another
inclusiveness.
one.
FINA seems to have finally understood this, or it may realize that charges of racism could drown its credibility. In a recently released statement,
All
the
right,
International
pause it.
Swimming
Turn that off. So let me make something very clear here, and I need to add something to everything that you guys just heard right now. White people do not like black people swimming, and I am a very clear, like I have to tell you a little bit of a story here. So I used to I grew up swimming. I mean, one of my first memories is learning how to swim. Anywho, and so I loved swimming. I swam competitively, and I swam with a lot of black people, Latinos, uh, uh, people that were Arabic or Muslim that had to swim in full body suits, like one of the most diverse swim team. They hated us. We was whooping their ass all up and down the street. All the white people hated the fuck out of us to the point where they tried to make it so that we couldn't practice year round. So they got so mad that we were whooping their ass that they were like, oh, my mom had to go to a whole panel because they're like, oh, well, it's not fair that you guys are swimming year round. We don't swim year round, and so you guys are just winning, and so it's not fair. So you guys shouldn't be allowed to compete in this because you guys it's not fair because you guys swim year round. Literally, I can't make this shit up, bro.
Those people shouldn't be allowed to talk. Like, it's not fair. Win. Let me wipe my face with my dog.
So we were like, you guys can join the team.
Well, doesn't that just lead back
Are you
to
just trying to like get better or something?
Well, here's my question: doesn't that lead back to like way back when? God, I don't know the exact year when like Mr. Rogers put his feet in the same water as like a black man on television, and it caused like a whole thing. It was way back.
Did his burn his feet off or something?
No,
I mean,
it was
so, as a young child to have to, and my mom had to go like have a whole meeting about that, and I was confused. I really was. As a kid, I was just trying to swim. I didn't know that there was a problem. Why are you trying to tell me not to be able to swim? Oh, okay. Like I'm not even like number one. Like what? I was so confused. I'm a fucking bomb ass swimmer. Don't get me wrong. Like I will practice to whoop your ass. You know what I mean? I will practice the race. What race are we racing? We doing the 200 IM. I'm about to put in work, and I'm about to hit the wall before you do. That's how I always swam. But why is that a problem for me to swim year round? And you're mad because you got your ass whooped? Your kid got their ass whooped, and so you're like, oh, now they can't swim?
I think that's a good.
Come on now, dog.
I think that's a good segue into, oh, your kid's mad they got their ass whooped.
Can you play one of our little doodads in the? I need the therapy or something.
Oh yeah.
I just know before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
And I like this one because the next clip we're gonna watch is from this channel.
And we can count on Fox News to terrify old white people with some nonsense.
This gonna be some nonsense.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh, this bitch. Fifth place. Fifth place.
This past year, I recently graduated from the University of Kentucky, where I was on the women's swim and dive team.
Is she related to
all
Erica
4 years
Kirk?
of my collegiate career.
Look at
I
them
grew up
crazy
here in
eyes.
Nashville, Tennessee. I started swimming at the age of 4. So I've dedicated 18 years of my life to my sport.
And you're a fifth place winner.
Performance.
Get the fuck
So
outta
of course
here,
this
bro.
means
I'll
in your
race you
specific
right
training,
now.
in the weight room, your sleep schedule, your diet, your physical rehabilitation. There's so much that goes into competing at the highest level. I was extremely fortunate
you fifth place
have been recruited. Ultimately, I chose the University of Kentucky, where I had a phenomenal experience. Transitioning to college, that I thought I had worked hard my entire life, but that was a whole new level of working hard. My sophomore
Why are
year,
you that pale?
I came back. I was having this breakout season. In March of 2020, that's when our NCAA championships were supposed to be. About 3 days before we were supposed to leave, COVID hit. And of course, it took the U.S. by storm. And our NCAA championships got canceled.
COVID hit, bitch.
COVID hit because the man you love to kiss his ass fucked the country over.
What do you guys think about that bitch right there?
I like Eddie's comment. She still would have been in 5th if there wasn't a trans person swimming against her. Yet she acts like she would have won.
You lost. Like, lady. Come on now.
I like Army Vet's comment. I wish the rapture that they believe in would go ahead and take her.
For real, I'm like, lady, do you know that you lost that race like hella bad? Like hella bad.
I'm gonna keep this running just with the.
When we were told we were being sent home, it was a really scary feeling.
I bet.
Of course, pools were closed, gyms were closed.
Oh, no.
There was no way really to continue improving in your sport.
club wasn't
when you know
open
you're eventually
anymore.
going to have to come back.
Fuck the fact that people were dying daily.
So I'm very fortunate that, like I said, I'm from Tennessee, where there's an abundance of lakes.
Why does she look like
every
the
day,
vampire from Twilight?
Over COVID for months, I put on a wetsuit.
She
and
looked
I
like
swam
Rosalie, bro.
aimlessly in this lake, miles every single day, just hoping to
That bitch
continue
looked
improving.
like
I came back
she's
my junior
listening
year,
like white.
where
Like,
a
what
lot
the
of my
fuck?
competitors and my teammates were at this disadvantage.
Give
because
her
they
some
take
water.
months off. I was at an advantage. I just really picked up where I left off and had, again, a
snowflake.
breakout
You look
junior
like she ain't
season.
eat all day
Came back
or
my
something.
senior year, and I knew I could accomplish even more than I had my junior year. And this is when I really set a goal to become a national champion. About halfway through my senior year, I was on pace to do so.
She needs some milk.
Ranked 3rd in the country.
Not
And the
just some
swimmer who
milk,
was
some
ranked
whole milk.
first was a swimmer I had never heard of before. And of course, this was the first time that I became aware of a swimmer named Leah Thomas. And so, unbeknownst to me at the time, this was a male.
Hey,
there's a lot of
everybody in the
hype
chat,
going on.
doesn't she look like a Twilight vampire?
Their senior
Like,
year,
she looks
they were leading the country by multiple seconds in multiple events. We were just confused who this person was and why
It
we had
can't
never
just be
heard
me.
of Leah.
Come on now, dog.
And it wasn't until a few days after these nation-leading times were posted.
She
an
looked
article
like
came out
she need
disclosing
like
Leah
a
Thomas is
IV.
formerly Will Thomas and swam 3 years on the men's team at University of Pennsylvania before deciding to switch
I
over
guess
to the
it's just
women's
me.
team. And I read this, and I was so shocked by this information. But truthfully, I felt almost a sense of relief because I was able to look up who Will Thomas was. We saw this was
Can
a
you get
mediocre
this
male
bitch off
swimmer
my
at
screen,
best,
please?
ranking
Thank
the
you.
year
Like, why? Oh, God.
First of all, she looked like a freaking vampire from Twilight, and I actually really like Twilight. I have it right here. Here, I'll prove it to you. I have the whole fucking shit right here. I'm not playing with y'all. I know Twilight. Okay, that bitch looked like Bella Cohen. Okay, I got it right here. She looked like Bella from the Twilight. I don't know what the hell is going on.
I like Barbara's comment.
That lady needs some needs some milk.
Apparently,
I
she
don't know,
looks.
maybe do the Kid Rock and whatever his name is exercise. But what the actual fuck? Look at this bitch.
I don't know.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think I need to refresh because my shit ain't working.
Anyway, guys, I will never like understand the stuff with Riley Gaines and how that is supposed to be inspiring.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I look pretty?
So the next two things you have, the only thing I got was out of those posts was photos.
Oh, okay. So that is me. That was actually a newspaper front cover. That's me winning a race, but in butterfly. Yeah, Riley Gaines. You want a race? And that's me, my athlete of the week. Back in the day, they pulled me out of class and were like, "Hey, we want to interview you. You're athlete of the week." So yeah, I really mean that I was like a really good swimmer. Can you put those back up?
Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to see if I could do it side by side. Give me a sec.
Okay, no problem. But yeah, so I was born and raised a swimmer, a competitive swimmer, and one thing that I will say about swimming is that it's an individual sport. So for Riley Gaines to even be mad about getting 5th place, it's kind of weird because it's like sometimes you can win if you lose. You know what I mean? And y'all gonna want to be so much crazy about these transports. I have a fucking story for you. So yes, that's me. I was on the front page of the newspaper with this photo here, and this is my athlete of the I must have been like fucking 12 or something in that photo. Both of these, maybe 13, something like that. Anyway, but one thing I will tell you, which was so interesting, my hair is not short; it's just braided so that I could get out of the pool. That's why I don't swim no more. I fucking hate get my hair wet. It's the worst. Anywho, so fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. So the one thing about, we care so much about women's sports, and this is why I even put this whole segment together. First of all, we know y'all don't give a fuck about women's sports. Y'all don't give a fuck about the women's hockey team. Y'all don't give a fuck about women's basketball. We have a whole ass women's basketball team called the Valkyries out here that is fire. And actually, we have a lot of fun, but nobody gives a fuck about them. But we do. Anywho,
well, look how they treat the WNBA in this country. They make what, like a 10th of what the men make, and they work harder, and they're much more serious athletes.
And so y'all want us to care about you not caring about us? Like, no, we're just gonna go ahead and do our sports. Okay. So one time, and let me tell you this story, Katie, because this is a fun one. So one time I swam in 2 different leagues. So I swam in OPR, which is the Oakland League, which was whack. But I actually swam in USS, which is the United States Swimming League or whatever the fuck it's called. Anywho, and one time my name got switched around. I have a unique name. I'm not going to say it here on the internet streets, but I have a, and so they thought I was a dude. And so I ended up, all of my races ended up being in the dudes race. So I was swimming against all the guys as a girl. So yeah, you care about women's sports? Maybe put me in the races with the women, right? Okay. So guess what happened? I came in second place in each and every race that I was put in because I was a better swimmer than everybody pretty much in the entire place. Besides my teammate who was a grown, like a senior. I was a freaking, I don't know, maybe I must have been in like 9th grade.
Freshman or
And
sophomore.
they put me in the wrong races. And so I had to race seniors in high school as a freshman girl in the wrong shit and whoop their ass. The only person I didn't beat was my freaking teammate.
I don't know. Okay. Maybe.
How about that?
Maybe it's me and I'm dumb.
Women's sports, bitch.
Okay, maybe it's me and I'm dumb, but wouldn't swimming wise, wouldn't being a male like add?
Wouldn't that be embarrassing?
Extra. Well, no, wouldn't men be a little slower than women because they got like an extra anchor that women don't have?
I don't know. Honestly, I was surprised that I was even winning. I whooped their ass. It wasn't even a game, bro. And all these white people were so fucking mad that all these black and brown people was whooping their ass in the water. They were so flabbergasted. I don't even know. But that's my experience as being a swimmer. Yes, I do have proof right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Uh-huh. I don't know what to say. But
true.
I don't know what to say. But yes, so women's sports, first of all, y'all don't care. Secondly, you're getting your ass whooped. Okay. Yes, we're out here. And the people that do sports, like Alyssa Liu, you can ask her. She put in work to get where she was. She don't give a fuck what you got to say either. How about that? All right. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And that was just something I really had to get off my chest. Thanks, Katie, for listening.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give the floor to Katie because she got a lot to say about this crazy whatever state of union and also the Quakertown.
Quakertown. So in Pennsylvania, it's been news the last like week or so that kids walked out of Quakertown Community High School for a protest with anti-ICE. And I'll just let the video explain it. If it'll load. Come on, there we go.
Controversy tonight involving a chaotic scene that unfolded in Bucks County. At least 5 high school students were arrested. It all started with students walking out of Quakertown High School to protest against ICE, but escalated into a confrontation with police. Action reporter Elizabeth Worthington is in Quakertown with the full story.
In a moment, you'll see video of some of the chaos unfolding. You'll see a man in a brown sweatshirt. He's been identified by sources as the Quakertown Borough Police Chief. He's not wearing a police uniform. We're told that's not necessarily out of the ordinary for him, but it is adding to the controversy surrounding this incident. Now, at this point, it remains unclear who initiated the violence. Video captured by a witness inside a Quakertown restaurant shows a man identified by sources as the borough's police chief, Scott McElry, struggling on the ground, surrounded by students, some of them swinging at him. He eventually gets up and puts a girl in a chokehold before he's attacked by students and brought to the ground again. The witness spoke to Action News but asked not to be identified.
There were other grown men who were bystanders who were getting involved in the situation as well. They were getting in these children's faces, and one ended up in handcuffs.
Quakertown police say that adult male and at least 5 juveniles were arrested after the incident. It all started with a student-led protest against ICE. A protest the Quakertown High School principal had canceled early Friday morning due to potential safety concerns. The school says about 35 students proceeded to leave school grounds without permission and marched into town. Police say some students began engaging in, quote, disruptive behavior, including kicking cars and damaging property. It's unclear when or why the situation turned into a violent confrontation between police and students.
These grown men were double their size, the bystanders and the police, and it was just jarring to watch children being thrown onto the floor, restrained. There was blood.
I was embarrassed for our community.
Holly Magalango has children who attend Quakertown High School. She was disturbed by the video, now going viral on social media, but said it's unfair for local law enforcement to have to deal
Her
with it.
name is Mango
Protests
Lango.
are something that we have the right to do, but when it's violent and it's disruptive or there's vandalism involved, then I think it changes everything.
Again, at least 5 teens were arrested. No word yet on whether any of them are facing any charges. The same goes for that adult male who...
What do you think about that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted by her last name, Mango Lango. But I thought that was terrible. But that was pretty funny.
And that's a pretty reputable local news source that came from, but I hate
Yes.
that.
Okay, yes, no. I'm so sorry.
I hate no. I hate that they're like, oh well, we don't know who started the violence. I have a pretty good idea. If an adult man puts a female
Didn't
child,
you see who started the violence right there? I see it.
and it's like these people, even like chief of police, are like, oh, even though I'm not dressed like a cop, I can do what I wanted. Yes, exactly, Lizzie. They were kids and should have been
Well,
protected.
so Katie, like, there's something that I hate to have to say this, but like, someone born and raised in Oakland, California, y'all letting these motherfuckers pull up on you crazy. I'm sorry. Like, the reason why we don't have ICE out here ravaging us and doing all that bullshit is because we don't play games. Okay? Y'all over here like, oh my God. Nah, bruh. No. Y'all need to really get active. Make them afraid to come into your neighborhood, because look, your children are the ones that have to protect themselves. Y'all ain't protecting them.
Well, here's a couple things.
What are they supposed to do? So they're just supposed to sit there and get their ass whooped? No.
This is not so. Bucks County is pretty white. Like ICE, and I did see some of the kids having like Puerto Rican flags and stuff, but I think that, not ever having these, these people that are there not really ever having to deal with it before. This is
Y'all
just
need
what
some bippers. You need bippers. You need people that are looking for car converters at all times. You need people that know how to do shit. Okay.
Yeah, Lizzie, I'm
They're
getting
not gonna pull up on you crazy if you know how to protect yourself. Y'all letting yourself get fucking getting ransacked. They not gonna pull up to nobody in my town like that, because they will be ended. Okay.
So Lizzie has said
it would not be a fun time.
Lizzie says they did not have enough evidence of vandalizing. No, they did not. He did a deep dive, found nothing except a girl punched a truck when the guy was yelling at them. Did no damage. Yeah, unfortunately, kids are used to fighting adults, and they can keep on, and these kids are gonna keep, because these kids are all right, because the school even tried to stop them and be like, no, you can't do this, but they're like, fuck it, what do we have to lose at this point? I mean, they're locking up people and shooting and killing people, and in today's world,
what they're supposed to do, sit there and get their asses whooped every day? No.
In today's world, just record everything and deal with it in a safe, controlled way. Yeah, but is there really much safe?
Whoop their ass first. We'll ask questions later. How about that?
Okay, so here's an update then of the community.
It was a packed council session tonight inside the Quakertown Borough Hall, and the people we spoke to are very upset and say the chief of police needs to face consequences for his actions. It's this incident from Friday that has
brown
some people in Bucks
sweatshirt
County
is the chief
upset,
of police.
calling for the Quakertown police chief to be suspended or even fired from his job.
Something really needs to change. He needs to be fired.
Yeah, look at the audience. It's just white.
And out of our borough.
This community is brimming with questions.
Monday night, one by one, people
Oh,
came
is
to the
your
podium to
community
share their
brimming with
frustration at the
questions?
Quakertown Council work session. The incident centers around this confrontation.
If somebody put
between
hands
Quakertown
on my
police and roughly
one of my
50
kids like
Quakertown high
that,
school students protesting
it'll
ICE.
be a whole
Police
ass
say
fight.
protesters became disruptive, but one protester we spoke with says police are exaggerating the truth.
They shouldn't have to fight adults.
Very afraid at the time that everything was happening, and that is just simply not okay in any regard.
Colin Hancock was one
That
of the protesters
statement
who
right
says
there
things escalated when the
is
chief
the
of police
fucking
got involved.
problem.
It says they had no idea he was the chief at the time.
A cop came over and started talking to us, I think because one girl was in the street. And that's when the chief of police, dressed in plain clothes, we were not aware he was the chief at the time. He decided to run over and grab one student by like the back of his backpack and yank him over and start, to my knowledge, like start beating him up.
Protesters say the chief put a girl in a headlock. Video of the incident circulating on social media has sparked outrage and a call for change within the police department.
I'm shocked. I'm appalled. I'm disgusted.
This
Oh,
act
yeah.
that he did now is absolutely egregious, and our community is sickened by it.
Now, I'm told the borough and the police
Then
department
do
are
something
not
about it.
commenting on the matter, while the Bucks County District Attorney's Office
They're
is conducting
trying.
their own independent
So their own
investigation.
way.
We
No,
did
they
reach
need to
out
put
the
hands
chief of
on
police
these
several
fucking people.
times, but we still have not heard
If
back
you
from them. I
would
should
touch
mention
any
that
one of my children like that, oh mamas, bro, we're fighting. I'm putting hands on you.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to read
You
some
will
of these.
never touch any of the kids that I take care of like that. And I'm not going to be sitting at no fucking prayer meeting, at no fucking council meeting talking about, oh, well, we're in a, can we? No, there is no talking after that.
So I'm just going to read some of these comments too. Lizzie says, man who got hit was coming at a child in civilian clothing. Absolutely. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. It doesn't matter. Don't come at kids.
Yeah, y'all gonna sit there and record while children are being abused right in front of you? I can't fuck with you if that's what you're about. Please unsubscribe.
Every county should just start a giant GoFundMe to keep people for bail. The same thing happened a couple of weeks ago when some maggot ran up a small teen girl and attacked her. The cops, the students kicked his ass and ran him off. The cops arrested him, and now he caught a case. Well, that's good.
There's a lot of kids that have been fucking.
Yeah, this is not a uncommon thing at this point. But so, like, for those of you, well, a lot of you probably don't really know, but
Those kids are fighting for their fucking lives.
Something
Y'all don't
about-
even fucking know, dude.
So things about Quakertown. I think it's a suburb. It's a suburb north of Philly. It's very white. It's a MAGA area, and it is, for me, for someone who's from Pennsylvania. It's nice to see those kids and the parents at least taking a stand, because it's something. And I know it's not exactly what you want, May, but unfortunately for them, like, that's, I'm just trying to think, like, that's what they're doing is their way of trying to fight back, because they don't know any better, unfortunately.
Okay, I get you. I can understand that.
If that makes sense. Yeah, like, this isn't a city. This is like maybe 10,000 people, not even, live in that area. So the fact that it's getting this much attention is a pretty big deal. And
Yeah.
here's an update.
And it looks like there's people of color in that community too. Like I peeped that. You know what I'm saying? Who do we have here?
So this is just another update from the kids that were 5 kids were placed in juvenile detention for this.
Detention hearings today for 5 Quakertown community high school students arrested following a walkout against ICE and then a violent clash with officers, including the police chief. The hearings were closed to the public. Our Kelly Rule was at the courthouse and spoke with their lawyers and family.
It's not that Fox News. It's just a local
Because
station.
those hearings were closed to the public, we have limited information, but we can confirm that at least 2 of the students, a 15-year-old girl and a 16-year-old boy, were both released on certain conditions. For the 15-year-old girl, that was house arrest.
They didn't deserve this. It wasn't, nobody violated anything.
18-year-old Quakertown Community High School senior Robert McMillian at the Bucks County Justice Center today in support of his 15-year-old sister, a sophomore. He says he was there as she was arrested Friday following a student walkout and protest against ICE. He can be seen in this video.
The police threw her onto the car. The chief pinned her down onto the car like this. I was just it was unreal.
His family and attorney confirmed to Fox 29 that his sister was released from detention today on charges including aggravated assault and will remain on house arrest. According to the school district, about 35 students left the high school around 11:30 Friday. They say it was not part of a previously discussed route and came after meeting with student organizers about concerns regarding threats to their safety. They say they received reports from the community that some were engaging in disruptive and unsafe behavior. The district says Quakertown police were informed of the plans in advance of Friday and agreed to provide presence to support security. But videos provided to Fox 29 show a major clash with police, specifically with Quakertown Police Chief Scott McElry. Students say they had no idea he was with law enforcement.
I was confused. Everybody was confused because nobody knew it was a policeman. He was in all regular clothes. We were just why is this man attacking us?
Donald Souders represents a 16-year-old charged with aggravated assault who was also released today on certain conditions.
None of these juveniles that were there, charged or otherwise, knew or had any reasonable reason or indicia that this alleged victim was a police officer. He didn't show up in a marked patrol car. I don't believe he was on duty. He was wearing plain clothes, didn't have any badge or other identification on him, didn't have any type of weapon, a handgun or anything like that.
Tuesday's hearings come
shit.
after
Y'all about
a
to-
Monday night where community members called for the suspension of Chief.
They say the police were supposed to be there to help protect them. Clearly not. And these kids are just trying to do something. And now
Who the fuck do they know? So first of all, y'all got these fucking pedophilic motherfuckers out here talking about how much they love to kidnap children and shit. You know these kids have phones too. They see this shit too. They know that they're the target. Okay, they're not stupid. Secondly, so y'all just gonna sit up here talking about, oh yeah, well, we just started whooping up on fucking kids. No, they're gonna defend themselves, and they can't even defend themselves. Y'all about to have me all the way fucking bent to the point where this computer is in danger of survival.
And so something that I'm bringing light to this story mostly because right now we've been focusing on big cities like LA, Chicago, Minneapolis, and when DC was taken over. And everything that happened there is tragic and should have never happened. But this is also happening close by, in your neighborhoods.
But the difference is, though, Katie, is that those people voted for this shit.
Those people voted for this, and now their kids are paying the price because they're fighting for what's right.
I don't know. I don't really know how to feel. I will take any child that I see in danger. I don't care if you voted for or your parents voted for who. I don't give a fuck. You're not gonna be around these fucking people.
I like angry Army vet's comment. Excuse me. It doesn't matter who he was and if they didn't know. He should have never been putting his hands on kids. They are better than me. That community meeting would have gone left.
All the way. It would have went all the way around the clock, bro.
And like for me, I am not a violent person by any means. I'm always one of those people, as you can probably guess from watching me on this show. I'm always one of those people that's like, okay, let's think this through. Let's take a step back. When I see someone put a hand on my girl, my daughter, nope.
I'm not violent, but I am athletic. Women's sports, bitch. Have your cold McDonald's while we eating Stanley Tucci, bitch.
Well, pasta from Italy. It was homemade. So yeah, that's just a story I wanted to talk about for a hot second. Now,
but yeah, no, that was a really good one, and I'm still kind of thinking about that one. Like, I have a lot about this because, Katie, like, our children are in fucking danger, bro.
I know.
To the point where we need to start taking like clothes off our back to give our kids like something. Or if you see a kid struggling outside on the road, bro, please, if you're a good person, get them into somewhere safe before they get heamed up by a trafficker or something, like, because it's like they're like candy. They're like a vending machine at this point. And we have done such a disservice to our children. And honestly, I'm a millennial. Y'all done did us a fucking disservice. I'm over here trying to help other people out. Our shit is done for. We're done. We're cooked. We get that. We're not gonna be able to heal in any time of our lifetime.
Just looking at some of
have
the stuff,
acknowledged that shit, okay? But our children are not gonna be heamed up like that.
Andrea, this is what's going on in the world. I'm not trying to make you upset. I'm just trying to.
We're telling you the truth.
Like, this is what's happening out here. Eddie Roman, this maggot should be representing the police department on and off duty. Yeah, this is unacceptable and he needs to be reprimanded by the agency he works for. Absolutely. But in places like that in Pennsylvania, and it's even worse in the South, nothing's going to happen. They encourage that shit. Let's be real. Like, he's gonna try to say, like, well, it's not my fault the kids shouldn't know who I am. Like, that's the kind of shit that they say. Hey, Dally-oops. Speaking of another person.
Hey, you might have to wind it back a little bit. Do you have anything else left, Katie?
Is this your hometown, Dally-oops, or is this where you live now? The school board meeting is still happening. Please.
Oh, shit. Like, actively? Shit.
Dally-oops, please keep us updated. Like,
yeah, please
email us.
Yeah, of course. Or hit us up on Instagram.
Quakertown. Yeah, keep us updated because I just did like a small bit about it, but
man, and I'm just like, okay, if this is the reality I have to live in, like, one thing about us millennials, and I will say this proudly on this channel, the Millennial Gaze, we are adaptable as fuck. Once we see some shit turning left, we turning left, bitch. We turning left. Once you tear down the 2 towers and you got to watch your mail for anthrax, and then, you know, they take away the there's a whole economic crash in 2010 or whatever, and then they fucking steal all our money. Do you want to own a home? That's not happening. We adapting, bitch. We don't care. We're drinking water out of the water hose, bro. We're hopping on the Razor scooter. We're fucking jumping BART. We're fucking y'all don't give us any reason to act right. That's why punk rock is a thing, because of y'all. Okay? Y'all have not given us any fucking reason to trust you and to act accordingly. I guess we're just gonna have to figure it out our fucking selves. And that's you go ahead and kiss Donald Trump's fucking ass, because we're not fucking doing it.
And that's what these kids would
This is on fucking you. Yeah, boomers, I'm talking to you. This is on you. This is what you gave to us. And now we have to hand it down to the children behind us. But we're not going to fucking treat them like that. This is what y'all did. And you're too afraid to look yourself in the fucking mirror. That's not our fucking problem. And we don't have time for you. Go ahead and dig your fucking grave. Because look what the fuck we have to do to get out of this situation. Look what the fuck we have to do to get out of this fucking situation. Because y'all won't look yourself in the fucking face. We're done. We're done talking. We're done fucking talking to you. Done.
Damn! Eddie Roman says, anyone that says, do you know who I am? My answer is, we don't care who you are. You assaulted kids. You're done. Yep. Not that we're about to move on to a happier topic, but
sorry.
Let us talk about
sorry, guys.
the state of delusion. So I did two of those kids are still in custody. Thank you, Deli Oops. Yeah. So, state of delusion. I don't know what you guys did for the State of the Union, but I watched it on Dawn's.
I need to take a lady cycle break.
Go for it.
I'll be right back.
I watched it on Dawn's show, and they had some really great conversations going on. Something that I was really interested in was the different actions that the Democrats were taking. So Hakeem Jeffries had talked about that if you do attend, silent defiance and just sit there or don't attend, which that doesn't do a lot. So here's some of the Dems that boycotted the State of the Union. So I've got lists of like senators and representatives. Yes, he does. Hakeem needs to take a seat somewhere else too. Just some big ones. Chris Murphy was not there. I believe he was at the People's State. Chris Van Hollen, who is the one that was very active with Abrego Garcia. Ruben Gallego from Arizona. Adam Schiff. Tammy Duckworth. Patty Murray. Some big ones. Here's Ruben Gallego at the People's State of the Union, which was on the Midas Touch. So now those are the senators. Some of the representatives that were not there. Robert Garcia, I know he was at the People's. AOC was not there. Melanie Stansbury, she's a big one. Jim McGovern, we see him a lot. Adelita Grijalva was not there. Maxine Waters is a pretty big one. Sarah Jacobs. God, this is a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of reps that didn't go. Maxwell Frost. Yeah, that's a lot. Greg says.
Sorry, I had to change my lady.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people, a lot of Dems that did not go. And that's very important that they did not go. And they actually, if they were there, they should have been a booing, noisy fuck.
Girl, so why don't you go ahead and keep telling them about it? Because I did not even show up. I went out to dinner and had drinks.
Yes, thank you, Eddie. So that was another thing I was going to say. Some of the senators and representatives sent Epstein survivors to the Congress to sit in their seats, so he would have to face them. Not that it really did much, but we're going to get it.
Where were they? I haven't seen anything about that.
So the reps that were not in attendance, instead of them obviously sitting in their seats, they had Epstein survivors sitting in their seats.
Do they want these survivors? I have a very in your face question. Survivors, do you want any progress to actually happen? Because if you do, stop asking these stupid ass people for help. because they're wasting your fucking time. Just letting you know.
The thing that really worries me about the survivors with that is obviously some of them were victims of people literally sitting in that chamber. That's the survivors were victims of people sitting in that chamber. So I can't even imagine like how that must have felt.
So
to be sitting there for 2 hours looking
or do anything. What are they expecting? That's where if you're gonna be there, then say something.
Andrea, did you mean like 50 survivors or 50 people were missing? Because I'm not sure exactly what 50 means. But I know for me, I wouldn't be able to sit in a room like that for 2 hours.
I just don't understand what the theatrics is. Like, okay, so you're in the room. You didn't say anything. You didn't do anything. Why are you here then?
Yeah. Also, do we remember, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert who were like, "Woo!" screaming at Biden about the Lake and Riley Act?
Right. Like, that bitch that we just I just don't understand. Like
Eddie Roman says, just the smell of Trump would make me run. I forget. It's I think so for
bomb waiting to happen.
50 survivors. Okay.
So they're just gonna sit there and say, I didn't see no survivors. I didn't see nobody. Why didn't they say anything? 50 people can fucking jump somebody. I'm just confused about what they actually want to happen here.
Yeah,
was that not?
They had a big thing in the, I think it was in the Capitol. They had a big thing where they spoke. In the Capitol.
Well, then be afraid then, bro, because we all afraid, bro. I'm sorry. If you're not willing to like really say some shit, we don't really have time to be waiting for you to figure out how you're gonna fucking feel about this shit that happened before I was even fucking alive. Okay. Like, but people are getting kidnapped actively on the street. People are getting bling loud in the fucking middle of the street with no accountability, bro. Everybody getting death threats, Andrea. Everybody can get the heat. So don't miss me with that shit.
Yeah, I think that this is another kind of one of those moments. I think that it's like, I'm trying to figure out a way to put this. It's easy, not that it's easy, but to talk about like, okay, everybody's getting death threats, everybody's getting these things. The survivors are obviously, yes, still afraid. That's why they can't. And I'm not a lawyer. I don't know a lot of things about law. Not that we really have laws right now going on in this country, but I'm sure that they are just trying. At this point, I honestly think that they're just trying to stay alive. And
they've probably been doing that for a long time, but nobody will fucking listen.
I know. So, but just a quick pause in the crazy. I wanted to share this. Whenever people talk about his smell when he comes into a room, this is what I picture. Hold on.
You know what they say, Gary?
I'm easy like Sunday
I didn't know there was a song in there, but yeah, that's what I picture.
If you guys haven't seen that episode, it's amazing. That part where he goes, I hope that you don't mind that I'm ugly. He goes, not at all, boy.
Is that what he calls it? So, for the ones, there were some Dems that were at the State of the Union that were not silent. Like Al Green with his sign. I didn't know it was a retractable sign. I thought that was kind of cool. But Al Green had a sign that said "Black people are not apes," in reference to the video he posted about the Obamas.
Come on now, dog.
Ilhan Omar.
Katie, can you pause? Can I pause you right there?
Yeah.
Why the fuck does a man have to put a sign on the Senate floor that says black people are not apes? I feel like we should know that. Why is that something that we need to remind people of? What are we doing? My God. And are we paying money for this shit? This is ridiculous.
At one point, Ilhan Omar was screaming that
maybe I'm tripping. I guess I'm crazy.
You're not. It's just that we're in a crazy time. So then there was the whole thing with Ilhan Omar.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
They yelled that you've killed Americans, and he just basically went on and laughed. One of the reps from Norma Torres from California held a sign with photos of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Here it is. I love that. I do enjoy that photo. The walkouts, the charge heckling.
The next election. They're going to win the next election. We're done. We're cooked.
The walkouts, the charge heckling, the boycotts, and the symbolism of carefully selected guests marked a forceful pushback against a president wildly unpopular with the Democrats. The Democratic lawmakers were relentlessly mocked last year, including by rank and file party members when they sat in the chamber quietly and held up signs. Yeah, that was...
I'm sorry, Katie. I don't know. Y'all keep telling me, oh, have hope. I don't know, bro. We cooked. I'm literally having to think about having to readjust my whole entire fucking lifestyle because of the fucking reality that I'm living in right now. I'm about to have to start walking around strapped. I really think that that's what I have to do now.
I just wonder,
we're living in the fucking apocalypse. What the fuck, bro? I see. Okay, hey, bro. What you're not gonna do is have me getting caught slipping. That's what you're not gonna do. So if y'all want to get caught slipping and still act like we living in some regular schmegler shit, we're not. Okay? They will arrest you. They will blow you in the middle of the fucking street and walk free. White people. When they doing that to white people, that's when you know you gotta be fucking afraid. Your little white children, y'all going too, okay? Y'all not saying your little white privilege, that shit is done.
Hold on. Let me check in with some comments. I just wonder if they will ever get a coordinated effort. I wonder that too. Or is this on purpose? That's exactly what Omar said. She said, it's sad we have to remind the President of the United States that we are not apes. The last day of early voting in Texas is tomorrow, and the final vote is Tuesday. If he puts some of the voting laws in place, he's going to disenfranchise a lot of his own voters too.
Exactly. The SAVE Act is actually detrimental to freaking broke white people. Do they not get that? That's why California is trying to get the fuck out of here. That's why California is done. We're not even trying to fuck with y'all no more.
Let's check this out.
Oh yeah, this is
in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud.
The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information. They stood up for that, I can't believe. We must totally reject political violence of any kind.
Oh, when they did stand. Okay, I got it. Let's put up when they're actually.
Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that?
No, they haven't.
I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. You know, the firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person. With our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Weirdo. You know, I ain't got all night to watch a million.
To present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
Here's something that's important to know about these things.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Listen. This was the Oprah version of you get a car, you get a car. It's great that I'm sure, and I've read that like the people that got the medals of honor, they deserve it. And it's a very big deal. But this is not like a press conference where we can just swing around and be like, look at all these great things. This doesn't cancel out all of the bullshit that he has done. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It is not even close.
He needs to be held accountable for the shit that he was already convicted for. He's a fucking 34-count felon.
So,
why couldn't we have got his ass the fuck up on out of here from that? But no, the Supreme Court, and Katie, the Supreme Court sat there during that 2-hour speech or whatever, and sat there with the I ate shit face. When they were like, oh, now we realize that we gave immunity to a fucking psychopath. And he was talking to them directly, talking about, oh yeah, you gave me immunity. Do. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you too. Amy Coney Barry, you a hoe. Fuck you. Fuck you. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And they sit there like that.
Angry Army, that brings up a good point. They don't mean anything coming from him. I wouldn't want it. Also, there was only 4 out of the 9 Supreme Court that actually showed up. Just saying. So here's some fact checking.
I don't know.
Hold on to your butts.
Donald Trump says his administration brought costs down during the first year of his second term. His State of the Union address mentioned inflation, gasoline, prescription drug prices, and more. Paul Spade checks some of those claims for PolitiFact.
How much are your costs going down? Well, President Donald Trump said during his State of the Union address that he had lowered the prices of a number of household needs. Let's check a few of his claims, starting with this next one about overall inflation.
Today, our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting.
Now, the red on this chart shows the rate of inflation during Trump's second term. And you can see it has slowed from about 2.9% when he first took office to about 2.4% just last month. Now, does that half a percentage point count as plummeting, as he said? Well, not exactly. It's still above the Federal Reserve's target of 2% growth. Now, Trump also said this about prescription drugs.
The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov.
Trump is right that the website TrumpRx.gov offers steep discounts, but they're mostly on fertility and weight loss drugs, things that many people have to pay for out of pocket because insurance won't cover them. Okay, let's check one more about Trump saying he's saving people money at the pump.
Please don't.
Under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster. It is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states.
Now, gas prices have fallen 15 to 20 cents since Trump took office. At the end of last week, the nationwide average was about $2.92. But there's no state where the statewide average is less than $2.30 per gallon, as he said. Now, we also fact-checked claims about crime, immigration, and food stamps. You can read all about those in our story at WRAL.com.
So he's a lying liar who lies.
Lying McGee.
And that was
lying McGee ski.
Yeah, Angry Army Vet says there was an old lady that called into C-SPAN and said Republicans must have their own stores or shop at different stores than everyone else.
A whole different galaxy or something. And you know what? At this point, I hate to be so cynical, but y'all done forced me into this. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let it play out. This is what y'all asked for. I didn't ask for none of this shit. Just don't bring it anywhere close to me. Wrap this shit up. I'm done with this. This is crazy. This is insane. So I've been doing my goddamn best to try to help. I'm at this point, I'm like, you know what? Where the asteroid at, bro?
Okay, so this is one that I want to talk. This is the story I want to talk about because I feel like it's not getting enough coverage.
Oh, okay, let's go.
I'm just gonna let it.
Hey, and like, comment, share, subscribe, please.
And here is one more opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Is happening.
Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their
no.
An all-boys stayed home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman.
For those of you who don't know who that is Sarah McBride. She is a representative, I think she's a representative, maybe she's a senator, from Delaware. She's a trans woman. She's amazing. So they can all go.
With a full
I'll talk more about
what is happening right now.
University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
What the actual fuck is happening right now, Katie? I did not see this.
Yep. Nobody's talking about it.
That is.
Oh, look, there's Erica Kirk, aka the Bride of Chucky.
That
believe that we're even speaking
demon.
Let
him
just wait.
15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that,
there's more.
What's wrong with him? And now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
Is he saying what the quiet part out loud right there?
Listen, couple things. Sage Blair, the person that's her mother, that's not her mother. It's her paternal grandmother who adopted her. She ran away from home and was diagnosed by some quack with gender dysphoria because she was trying to figure out her identity at school and figure out herself. Now, if
that made me feel a little nauseous, Katie. That was actually really disturbing. I did not like that at all.
And I hate that people aren't talking about it. Like, just using them for prop. He was using her for prop. And he talked about how she goes to Liberty now. That kid is going to come out.
Somebody need to check on her.
That kid in like 10 years is going to come out and figure out her life and be like, I've made terrible mistakes. There is no way.
I literally feel nauseous by
There is no way in
the way that
hell.
he was talking about her. Makes me very uncomfortable.
There is no way in hell that they sent a girl to an all-boys home. There's no way. And I said this on We the People, as the I've had it ladies so eloquently put it, I don't know why they think that kids are getting sent to school and whacking their wieners off and making them trans. Because the school district,
maybe that's what they're doing.
School districts can't even give a kid chapstick without signing a note from parents. Like all of the laws and like you have to notify them for everything. There's no way. And
yeah, I know absolutely what you're talking about.
No, and like so when my husband goes on like marching band competitions, he always brings a backpack full of stuff that includes like female products and like Advil or things, but we have to get it approved. He has to get it all approved by the district and like all the parents to say like if something happens, can Jimmy have this? There's no Jimmy.
That wasn't right, Katie, bro. I did not like that. We needed to put a trigger warning on that one. Shit. That fucked me up, bro. That was
the schools cannot afford anything.
Things I've ever seen in my fucking life, bro.
I'm about 90% sure that she went to public school and then Liberty
Erica
University.
Kirk, she needs to look into because
Liberty University is a very, very private school. It is.
Let's get through the rest of this one because that actually fucked me up. I might have had some fucked up dreams after watching that speech. Something about that really made me feel bad.
Yeah, I just want to talk about this real quick. If you don't know Liberty University, it is very, 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 very Christian nationalist. That was where he went, where Trump went and was like, my favorite Bible verse is 2 Corinthians. And one of my ex-friends
that one.
She attended Liberty. And I think that it was this was like 10 years ago, but the rules there were like, you can't wear clothing a certain length. You have to attend church at least 3 times a week. Opposite sex people cannot be in the same dorm room areas. There's common areas you have to go to. Like there was all of these different rules. And yeah, Lizzie, curfews. Yeah. And Aaron, you're right. Every accusation is a confession. Yeah,
right. It was like he was talking into a mirror.
All right. So this is a little more cheery. The People's State of the Union
attracted a large crowd. Our Randy Hildreth was out on the National Mall.
For dozens of Democrats, tonight was about sending a message with their physical presence and their voice, opting to skip out on the State of the Union and show up here to speak out against President Trump. As President Donald Trump prepared to appear before the country to give his State of the Union, over a dozen Democrats were taking the stage outside of the Capitol.
The true State of the Union
is
this.
Chris Murphy.
This union is in crisis.
Boycotting his address and speaking out against him.
It is my privilege to welcome you to the People's State of the Union.
The boycott event, called the People's State of the Union, was organized by the political advocacy group Move On. Members of Congress who attended argued Trump's State of the Union would not tell the reality of what people are facing, so they showed up here to speak about it instead.
We know the truth. We're living the truth. We know the fear that our families are facing of being hunted down by ICE. We know our neighbors are working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet.
Those who spoke raised concerns about higher healthcare costs, the rising cost of living, and immigration enforcement across the country. Hundreds of people gathered at the National Mall in support. Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen was there and also brought Dr. Jenna Norton as his guest. She says she was placed on administrative leave from her job with the NIH in 2025 after she spoke out against Trump's cuts to health research.
We know the state of our union. We know it is under attack from a lawless president who is shredding our Constitution and who is attacking our democracy.
Tonight's event was scheduled to run throughout the duration of Trump's State of the Union. Reporting tonight, Randy Hildreth, WUSA 9.
Now, we do want to provide.
Yeah, I thought, and then there was another video that just popped up of Abigail Spanberger, the new governor of Virginia, also did a response to the State of the Union, and then oh my God, who's this? The California Al Green? Is that his name? No, that's
No, Green is the
Al. The Alex Padilla. Alex Padilla did a reaction in Spanish.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge thing.
Yeah,
And then,
I didn't meet him at the thing. I don't even know if he was there, but
now that one story made you nauseous. This is not a great one either. This is about Ilhan Omar's guest, who she brought.
Oh well, let's talk about that one. Of course.
It's Ilhan Omar's guest, who she brought. I don't know if y'all remember a while ago.
I will stomach it.
There was a video of a woman getting thrown out of her car by an ICE agent. That was this woman.
And then what happened to you in Minneapolis?
Thanks for having me back, Amy. Yeah, the reason I am wearing the same outfit I was at the State of the Union and in the media I did with Representative Omar, I was a guest of Representative Ilhan Omar's, is because I got out from a hospital visit and the custody of Capitol Police just before 4 a.m. And I had already been scheduled to talk to you, so I figured I would come and tell folks what happened. I was not just removed and arrested. I was arrested so physically that 2 other attendees upstairs attempted to intervene in officers pulling on my shoulders after I told them I have a torn rotator cuff tendon and multiple cartilage tears in both of my shoulders. That is what happened in the audio you just played. That is why I cannot lift my arms normally. 2 women in the gallery, and thank you to the woman in the white shirt with the red writing who said, I need you to take your hands off of her and just let her walk with her cane. They did not do that, and only when their own sergeant intervened in a back stairwell of that building to say, stop, we need to get her medical care and a wheelchair, did they stop tugging on me, while again I was saying disabled. Amy, would you like to know why I was told that I was removed and arrested? The sergeant of arms told me it was because I was standing up silently. No buttons, no facial expressions, no gestures, no signs, not one sound. Standing up. There are only 2 things you can do at the State of the Union, and they are sit down and stand up. All kinds of people were standing up all night, me too. I stood up at the moment that I heard this man say some of the most racist things I have heard come out of any leader's mouth about the people of my city, and continue to trash talk my state of Minnesota and glorify DHS, the people who did this to me and who are being allowed to roam free on the streets.
If you could very quickly, I'm so sorry this happened to you, but explain why you have a torn rotator cuff, why you have tendons ripped in both shoulders.
I have a tendon ripped in one shoulder, and then in that same shoulder, another cartilage rip, and in my left shoulder, 2 cartilage tears with what my doctor called ragged pieces of tissue hanging in the joint that may need to be operated on. That happened because in the audio you played, I was talking about when I was pulled out of my car. Most people see the first part of that video. Yep. I was put on the ground behind my car, cuffed behind my back, and then carried through the street. Face down, I was lifted up by my wrists and ankles with my hands already cuffed behind my back. And then once I was in the Whipple Center, instead of getting me a walking aid because I'm disabled, they just jerked me around by my shoulders for a while. So that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I came here with. And I really wonder if these folks have noticed yet that every time you try to break my body, you fuel my spirit. I was arrested for standing up. This administration wins 0 prizes for their command of metaphors, my friend. The reason I stood up at that moment was not to disrupt anything. I was silent, arms by my side. I stood up because hearing this level of racism, I wanted to see with my own eyes, unmediated by anyone's lens, who had still come to this building to govern, if there were any grown-ups down there.
Yeah. Again, something that people aren't really talking about. Thank you, independent media, for actually highlighting this. This for standing up. And again, you saw the video back from Minnesota where they
I already knew her. I already knew her story. I already been known about her.
Yeah.
I am seething right now. I think I don't know what to do with myself, how mad I am. It's come to the point where like the best thing I could do is just like when I say I would line these people up on their knees and end it, I would. I would line them up. I would line them the fuck up. Rick Grimes, Negan style.
You gotta get Lucille. Go to town. Just one more. From, as Don put it on his show earlier, probably the second most qualified person ever run for president that we again didn't vote for. Her reaction.
President, I got to get your reaction to last night's State of the Union address from the President of the United States. Did you watch it? What did you think?
I watched it. It was full of lies. And, you know, when he wasn't lying, it reminded me of our kids going to show and tell at school. It was nothing that was true about really how the American people right now, so many are suffering under the weight of high prices, unaffordable healthcare, unaffordable housing. And it was, you know, we've come to expect it. And, you know, some people have said it was really quite boring and that there was nothing very interesting about it because it's the same old, same old. The guy lying about what he intends to do, what he has done, and the state of our economy and the state of the world.
I got to ask you, he said that the State of the Union is strong. Do you agree?
Absolutely not. Let me tell you, Aaron, I've been traveling our country, you know, and in particular, I've spent a lot of time in the South.
Nah, bro, what the fuck?
Let me tell you, I was recently in Mississippi. I went grocery shopping with a mother of 3 children who has a weekly family food budget for the 4 of them of $150. We were at a discount grocery store and she basically let me know that anything that was in the cart was going to be for her kids. I asked her, well, what is for you? And she said, whatever they don't eat. And this is when she started actually tearing up. Whatever they don't eat, then she'll eat. She walked over to get bottled water because she can't drink tap water because the water is brown and toxic. This is America. I met with a parent of children. She is documented. Her children were born in the United States. And she is petrified and was telling me about women in her community who are not going to the hospital to give birth for fear of what might happen to them and their child. She also told me how her health insurance was previously $30 a month. It's gone up to $85 a month, and she's probably not going to receive health care unless it's in the emergency room. This is America. And so when this guy is up there talking about the economy is roaring and trying to evoke images, I guess, of the roaring 20s of a day gone by. He's lying. Who's it roaring for? When you put a $1 trillion cut to Medicaid, you know what Medicaid funds? Families with children, pregnant women, seniors, people with disabilities. A $1 trillion cut to Medicaid. Meanwhile, a $1 trillion tax cut for the richest people in America. That's what's happening in our country right now. So,
what the fuck did we do?
Yeah.
What the fuck did we do, you guys? We are all responsible for this. We are all fucking responsible for this. There is no reason for it to have gotten this fucking bad. We have fucked up, and we need to fucking wake up and do something about it. Hello? Anybody there? Am I talking?
The fact that my head is just kind of like ready to explode. Like, can you ever imagine this stupid ass fucking president out in the public with people like she was describing that she was spending time with, just to try to see what's going on? He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about them. He doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't give a shit about me. He cares about keeping his ass out of jail and how much money he can put in his pockets. Stop defending this psychopath.
This shit is so fucked up. This shit is so fucked up, dude. It is beyond fucked up. It is. You know what? Let this shit burn the fuck down. I don't want anything to do with this. I want all of this to be taken care of properly. I'm so disturbed by what the fuck is going on in this fucking world right now. This is not okay. And you're not gonna fucking gaslight me. You're not gonna fucking make me think that this is okay. This is not okay.
But I just figured
at all.
I figured it was.
You're not gonna normalize it. You're not gonna sit here and look at me in the face and make me think that all the shit that's going on right now in this fucking world is okay. You're not gonna do it.
Yeah,
You're not gonna scare me. I don't give a fuck. You could put the gun to my fucking head. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I will tell you that your mom is a little bitch on with my dying fucking breath. I don't give a fuck.
And
this
the thing,
wrong. This shit is fucking wrong, dude.
And I'm not hearing a lot of. That's why I wanted to talk about a lot of these stories that happen with the State of the Union. Like, you don't hear a lot about it. You don't hear a lot about that. The girl, Sage Blair, or what happened to Representative Omar's guest. And anyway, before we get to our exit message, Dali sent us an update about the Quakertown high school stuff. So one of the student was in the detention center for 4 days after the scuffle. He had his arm around that girl's neck. He charged from his vehicle into the middle of this group of kids, and the kids jumped in an attempt to defend her. They assumed he was a counter-protester. The girl was directly choked by the chief. It was alleged that she had struck him. She did not. They're innocent. They're exercising their First Amendment rights. He didn't like that, so he acted out with authority. So now there's 3 that have released with ankle monitors. There are still 2 that remain in custody, but it's kind of what I said before. But this was outside This all happened outside of a bakery, which was about half a mile from the school. Eyeglasses. One student had his eyeglasses broken. He was knocked into a large planter by a uniformed officer. The boy spent a week in custody trying to get glass particles out of his eye and was seen there by a nurse before his father took him to the hospital after his release. So he spent an entire weekend trying to get glass out of his eye. The acting superintendent said that so that's a great district. The high school admin had met with the student protesters, but had withdrawn their permission of the morning of. Ooh, I was right though about something.
Yeah.
Quakertown has about 9,300 residents, and the high school has about 1,650 students. Throughout the protests, the police were following from a distance. Probably in hindsight, they should have interceded. You think? They should have interceded before the protesters, counter-protesters. They were saying awful things to get riled up. As juveniles, the teens have a right to an adjudication hearing within 30 days or 10 days if they're in custody.
First of all, can you give yourself a round of applause, Katie?
Why?
You know how you do it on the thing on the side?
Okay.
The little clap. Katie does great work, you guys. She is always coming through with all of the info. I had no idea about any of that. That shit is tragic.
Yeah, so Dallioops,
more of the same, but at the same time, like Katie always finds like the shit that we need to really be talking about, and like I don't know, man. Like I'm just exhausted. I'm just tired. I'm mad. I'm angry.
I'm glad, Dallioops, that people are livid, but like it shouldn't have ever had to go this far.
I'm trying to help everybody else, and like I barely even have. I'm running out of resources to even be able to help y'all. That's how bad it's getting. Like I don't know. I might have to just drop off. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Like, I don't know how many resources I have to even be able to stay on the fucking internet. I can barely pay my phone bill. Like, it's getting bad out here. You know what I mean? The teachers are about to go on strike. I'm over here begging for fucking paper for the damn kids, giving my damn pants to a kid.
Oh yeah, you didn't talk about that yet. If you want to talk about that, now would be a good time.
It was okay. It's just real quick because I'm really not even trying to sit in it. Like, so today, a kid had an accident, and her mom was like, "Hey, I'll come." The reason why she had an accident was really the problem, but I'm not gonna even say anything about it because I don't know the details of why that situation came to be. But I ended up giving a child my fucking leggings that were under my pants today because she needed an extra pair of pants while her mom came to work. And the fact that I had to do that was very questionable to me. And also, like, the fact I don't get paid anywhere close to a fucking livable wage or get respected like when I'm dead. I'm the best. Hey, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm the best attendance specialist in OUSD. I am the best 100% deliverable attendance specialist in the entire city of fucking Oakland. And I take very much so pride in that. And if anybody has anything to say, then please do a better job. Okay? 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 Yeah, all you bitches. You know what? These people don't fucking deserve me. These people don't fucking deserve me, man. And I'm so close to being like, you know what? Fuck it. Figure it out.
And people wonder why people don't stay in jobs. How about you treat your employees better and you treat your working conditions actually fairly? But that's...
You're going to have a great time without me.
But that's just my opinion. So we've got one exit message for y'all.
Oh, this is a good one. And thanks for sitting and hanging out with us while we're mad and angry.
When I saw this, was like rolling, laughing. So
oh, this is so good.
Get your popcorn ready.
I have a personal message for Donald John Trump. And you sit still, you son of a bitch, when I'm telling you this. I'm going to tell you right where you are, you fat, sorry sack of shit. People hate you. Now, let me give you, and I'm not just saying this because I don't like you. I'm saying this because I'm telling you what's happening to you right now. And get ready to tell you what's going on. First of all, everybody is stabbing you in the back. You can trust no one. I saw the story today where, of course, the Pentagon, because your boy Pete, he can't control shit, okay? Was already back leaking that General Kane told you about all the dangers in bombing Iran. Because why are they doing that? Because they hate you. And they're going to leak, and they're going to talk to the New York Times, and they're going to talk to everybody else, just like your own staff, right? Susie Wiles, she hates you. That's evident. Sure. Already told you that. They're all leaking like crazy. They're all wondering what's going to happen in the next job. They don't give a shit about you. Okay? They really don't. No, you can't trust anyone. Trust no one. What? Okay. Maybe Stephen Miller. Okay. I'll give you that one. Now, the Congress, they can't stand you. They're not going to pass shit for you. They're not going to do anything for you. They hate you. They know that you're bringing them down to staggering defeat. Don't trust any of them. I wouldn't, even the ones you couldn't trust couldn't do shit anyway. Like Mike Johnson, you don't know whether to whine his ass or scratch his watch. Supreme Court, well, they left the fucking house. I mean, they got their corporate masters to deal with. You're not part of the fucking equation. They don't care about you anymore. They use you. You appointed them. They fuck you. Great. That's just where you are. You know, sit still, Trump. I'll tell you to sit still when I'm talking to you, son of a bitch. Okay? When you're a loser, you lose. And man, you are a loser, a big-time loser. I don't want to talk to you about the polling, but if somebody texts me one more goddamn poll about Trump being at an all-time low, or I'm listening to some quant go on some chart on some cable network talking about we've never seen anything like this. This is the Mariana Trench. Well, I don't know what the fuck it is. All right. You are the most unpopular president at this point in your term that we've ever had.
Damn.
They don't like you. You understand that? They don't like you. They don't like the way you smell. They don't like the way you look. They don't like your fat stomach. They don't like your stupid comb over. They just don't like you. They don't like you. I have a personal message.
If y'all don't know who that is James Carville.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you got the damn.
Oh, I do. Hold on. Where are you?
Damn!
Woo!
Oh.
I am.
Oh, damn. He said your mama is a twisted, ugly, fugly, pretzel face ass bitch. Oh, shit, bro. But
I would love to see
his ass up and down the street like an ice cream truck, bro.
I would pay money. I would pay good money to see James Carville's burn book. Stephen Miller is a fugly slut.
It's like, damn. Ooh. Oh shit. He really went there. Oh no, come on now, dude. Don't do him like that. Oh. That was lovely. I'm gonna watch that when we get off of here. I'm gonna
Yes, he is. He is as smart as he is ruthless. He's a very, very bright man.
Bruh, he said, hey, sit down while I fucking talk.
No, I told you to sit down, son.
Wow. See, that's the type of energy I'm all about. And I love watching people get dragged like that. It's
And
so
he's
entertaining.
old man, and he's just like, "What are you gonna do? I'm gonna die soon too, just like you."
You
Like,
coming with me, bitch?
the day that that man dies is gonna be like the biggest Mardi Gras parade known to man.
Yeah,
Not
no,
you,
that
Scarlett.
was good. That made my day. I can sleep just fine tonight. Well, hopefully. My dreams have been all sorts of fucked up, dude.
Just watch it. Just watch it again. So I told you to sit down.
Yeah, like, but for real, my dreams have been super weird. Like I'm going to places I've never been. Everybody that is in my dreams, I don't know who they are. I don't know where I'm at. It's like a whole vivid place. Like I feel like I don't even know what the fuck is going on. Like maybe I'm getting abducted every night, like in that movie, Resident Alien. I don't know. At this point, take me. Can I stay there? Like fuck it. Like get me the fuck out of here.
It's probably better than what's going on down here.
It's some bullshit. That hello, help. Are there any illegal aliens out there that can help us?
So are you doing your next top model show Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it Saturday. I think if inshallah, if everything goes correctly, Kev said that he's super down to at 2 o'clock on Saturday we will be talking America's Next Top Model and everything about this whole thing and Tyra Banks and Jay Manuel and Miss J and how I felt about that weird ass interview and like just growing up watching and loving that show and like there's so much we're going to talk about it and I wanted to talk about it with someone that also watched it, so I got Kev to come through, one of our lemon legends, so we're gonna do that on Saturday.
I'll try to watch it before then.
Oh, it's gonna, yes, please do. It's super interesting. That bitch Tyra is weird, bro. I was like, damn, I didn't realize you were that weird. Like I was very flabbergasted by a lot.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about, and when I say that I watch every fucking season of it, except for some of the little ones in the middle, like I only watched those ones, but like the beginning and the very end I've watched like religiously. But yeah, there's some weird shit in the middle that was I didn't watch that much. But anywho, but I know a lot about it. I wanted to apply to America's Next Top Model. I thought like and I used to have 17 magazine, so and I noticed that the only time I would see any of the models that won was in an episode or in a spread in 17 magazine, and that's it. Like, that's it. And they just like disappeared. Yes, so just watch it, and then you'll understand kind of like what we're gonna talk about. But they like really swindled people into thinking that they were doing like the Lord's work when they were really actually like evildoers. So we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so thanks for hanging with us tonight. It was a interesting episode for sure.
Right? Dude, you guys, I don't know what the fuck to say anymore at this point. We are living in the la la doo doo land. I don't know what the fuck we're doing right now. But please make sure to ground yourself to like regular schmegular people. Make sure that you talk to a homie or disconnect for a second. It's totally fine. If we need to wait a few months to get to our 100 subscribers for your mental health, that is totally fine. I am not trying to.
We're 11 away.
11. Ooh, that's my lucky. That's one of my lucky numbers. But yes, don't drag yourself. These people are really trying to get us out here, and I'm starting to feel it. But what I always do, first of all, I kind of like the chaos. I'm like the Joker from The Dark Knight. Like I kind of like it. Like bring it. Let's see how fucking bad it can get before people turn around and start acting right. I don't have anything to lose. I really don't. Bring it.
I don't know why I'm just picturing you dancing on Money on Fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, hold on. See that guy back there?
Oh, there he is. I was like, what are we looking at? Let's put a smile on that face.
Let's put a smile on that face. Yeah, my friend gave me a life-size, like, you remember Hollywood Video?
Mm-hmm.
And they used to have like these like things, like displays. My friend gave this to me for my birthday.
Nice.
I love that movie. I watched it like 4 times when it came out.
It's
and,
a great. Even if you're not like a superhero fan, the movie itself is just
it's so good.
phenomenal.
It's so good. I love that movie. Dude, I love that movie so much. I love Heath Ledger in it. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Anyhow.
my recommendation to find some peace: rewatch old shows. You can download coloring pages for your tablets. Like I've literally just been coloring to take a breath lately.
And we've been talking about all sorts of old shows. Like we need to do like a old show episode, or you guys can also go onto my channel, May Money in the Building. I have hella reaction videos to The Walking Dead and The 100, and like also like book reviews to like Hunger Games and all sorts of stuff, like fun stuff, and like top 10 things, just fun little doodads if you want to kind of hang out in those weird spaces. That's why I even came on YouTube in the first place, and now I have to do this because we got to fight fascism or whatever. But I would love to totally go back to like doing reviews to The Walking Dead and The 100. You know what I mean? I would. That's all I wanted to do. But until then. Anything more to say, Katie?
Until then, take care of yourselves and your mental health. But we at the Millennial Gaze will be here for you Mondays, Thursdays, and whenever we drop other videos. So just like, subscribe, comment. We love y'all.
And keep it gangsta out there.
All I said was there's evil afoot.
Evil!